Greenblatt says half the world is anti-Semitic. Well, I guess you've been doing a real good job at your job, huh, Greenblatt? They love doing these statistics to fearmonger about all the nations turning against them and poor them. And another Holocaust is right on the way. Like his book, It Could Happen Here. This is the narrative of all the world turning on Israel.
In the last 5 years, it's gone from 11 to 20. So we run surveys every 2 to 3 years, like a sentiment analysis to try to gauge how the majority population feels.
We need so much more money. You should pay me more. My job's been to stop anti-Semitism for the last 10 years at the ADL, and it's just skyrocketed more than ever. So we're going to need some more shekels, everybody. We need more shekels. We got to shut it down more.
To try to gauge how the majority population feels about Jewish people. So in this case, we do a domestic survey in the United States. And what I can tell you briefly is that we've been doing a lot of longitudinal data. We're a very data-driven, evidence-based organization. And
sure
basically
you are.
in the last 5 years, intense, elevated anti-Semitic attitudes have more than doubled their share of the population.
I wonder if the slaughter of Gaza has anything to do with that. Do you think? I wonder if your guys' behavior in response to that has anything to do with it too, huh? I wonder if all of the low IQ Christian anti-Semitism that's promoted from Jewish books and a bunch of Yahweh believers has anything to do with it, huh?
In 2019, it was 11% of the U.S. population had intense anti-Semitic attitudes. Today, in the last 5 years, it's gone from 11 to 24%. Now, globally, the numbers are even more stark. So when we did our first global survey of 100-plus countries in 2000.
It should tell you something that there's like one group of people that thinks they're chosen by God that have been obsessed.
14.
Thank you.
And we work with the market research firm Ipsos, based here in Paris, to do these surveys. In 2014, we found that 26% of adults worldwide had entrenched or extreme anti-Semitic attitudes. 26%. That's more than 1 billion people. We thought that was a lot. When we ran the survey last year, in 2024, that percentage went from 26% to 46%. 2.2 billion adults and change. And that's based on almost 60,000 interviews in many different languages all over the planet. So to see that the percentage of adults worldwide with intense anti-Semitism has more than or nearly doubled in the last decade is shocking.
Is that it? Oh, the audio was all out of sync.
So we run surveys every 2 to 3 years.
Well, this is good for business for him. It's like if he's a firefighter and brush fires are starting everywhere, he's going to get a lot of business and a lot of contracts and a lot of media appearances and a lot of victimhood hyperventilating. Don't get cocky, e-crusaders on the internet like, oh, they're so scared. Oh, look at him kvetching. He's so scared. Oh, 110's about to happen. Oh, guys, they're trembling in their boots. Guys, they're in full control, and we're more likely to get crushed. And anti-Semitism illegal, or the rug pull from Edom, before anything bad is going to happen to God's chosen people. Get real. Yeah, he's the arsonist firefighter. Good one. All right, let's get into Pinesap. Pineslop. 48,000 likes for this photo. Rough. He thought he was getting laid before, huh? So I debated this guy a couple of years ago. He's a Fuentes, Groyper Catholic. He just sat down on this huge YouTube channel, Jubilee, and did some goofy psychopathic laugh. He's calling for blasphemy laws and a Catholic autocracy. As if that's going to happen. As if you're not just doing anything but making the Edom villain boogeyman look bad.
It's in your favor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's the highlight that everybody's sharing.
If Trump is anti-constitution, good, and I think he should go further.
So this is
Yeah, for Israel, Yeah, Zog's guy, go further. This guy's like a monkey chimping out when he hears that. Yeah, Zion Don's unconstitutional. He needs to go further.
Good, and I think he should go further.
So this is wonderfully revealing of the modern conservative mindset. So I appreciate you spelling it out so openly. Just checking, do you support the Second Amendment?
I do.
Okay, surprise, I was shocked to hear that. I'm saying that Donald Trump is defying the First Amendment, the Fourth Amendment, the Fifth Amendment, the 14th Amendment. He's thinking of defying the 12th and 22nd Amendments. You're saying you don't care about the Constitution, but actually you do because you quite like the Second Amendment. You just don't like the bits that you disagree with. Can I just be clear on that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I'm more than willing to amend it and include
whenever
the
it's in your
Second Amendment.
favor.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
So can Democrats do the same when they're in office?
No, absolutely not. Because
you don't
it's the
believe in
friend enemy.
democracy?
No, I don't. Absolutely not.
What do you believe in?
Autocracy.
A little bit more than a far-right Republican.
Hey, what can I say?
I think you can say I'm a fascist.
Yeah, I am. Absolutely.
I'm just checking who's clapping just to get my set of where everyone
Because
is on this.
This was the other Groyper, the Mormon that I debated in a space the other night. And then he was talking a big game that he wanted to do a debate with me. I asked him and he hasn't got back to me. Wonder why. Oh, and coincidentally, that space and account got shut down right after. Were the Groypers mass flagging because they took a L? Like the L that Pinesap took?
Everyone is on this.
Look at this. That has 81,000 likes, by the way. Making... Yeah, the obese, pudgy incel. I don't know if he's an incel, but most of them are. The incel fascist calling for blasphemy laws. Total W. Common Pinesap L. Look, this post of it's got 14,000 likes, 15 million views. He wants to shut it down too. Look, here we go. Here's him calling for the blasphemy laws. Just like Jews, just like Muslims, they don't want anybody mocking their Jewish God and their Jewish Messiah and their magical Jewish fairy tales.
Claim is that Donald Trump is defying the Constitution. Nice to meet
pleasure
you.
to meet you, sir.
Mandy, lovely to meet you.
So I would say that with Trump being anti-constitution, I don't really care, to be quite frankly.
Okay.
Because in regards...
Because he's owned by Mossad and Netanyahu and the Adelsons, you don't care that he can do whatever he wants with the Constitution? You want him to enact blasphemy laws so that you and all your buddies get thrown in prison in gulags for being anti-Semitic? That's how stupid these people are.
In regards to the Constitution is a document that should seek to serve us.
Yes.
And when it fails to seek to serve us, that can be amended. Laws can be changed. And quite frankly, the fact is, we're defending things in this country that shouldn't be defended. The First Amendment should not defend pornography and making children and women be victimized. Making women and children be victimized as a result of that. I think things like blasphemy shouldn't be allowed per the First Amendment. I think that, quite frankly,
Even the Christians laugh at you. Even your brown Christian followers laugh at you. And they bring these idiots on these big shows so that these guys can dunk on them and make the right look insane. So they can have a nice Christian, fascist, white supremacist, anti-Semitic, Christian Edom boogeyman because it helps the Jews in their victimhood narrative. Do you get this? Your calls for blasphemy, you sound just like the rabbis that want the number one Noahide law is no blasphemy, no idol worship, and no blasphemy. And that's what you want too? And you don't see how you're like the Jews? You have the Jewish agenda.
there are a lot of legal processes that are enabling criminals and bad people.
Okay. So you get it now? The rabbis want to shut down the blasphemy. The Muslims want to shut down the blasphemy of their God of Abraham. And Jesus and the neo-Jews, the Christians, want to shut down the blasphemy of the King of the Jews, Rabbi Jesus. Keith Woods did a nice write-up scouring this guy. He says, in reference to Pinesap here, this is not how you should carry yourself in debates like this. This isn't going to convince anyone that doesn't fully share his extremely niche worldview. There can be some value in doubling down on enemy labels like fascist, but when you hold a position 99% of your countrymen oppose, like wanting a Catholic autocracy and blasphemy laws, at some point you have to show yourself to be more reasonable than your opponent. The whole interaction felt like fishing for quote-unquote based sound bites for his own followers rather than actually presenting these views in a convincing way. That approach might work if you have a largely popular position that only the hysterical libtard disagree with, but Mehdi has the popular position here even among conservatives. No answer to his reasonable objections to autocracy other than a Twitter brain evocation of a friend-enemy distinction and a goofy psychopathic cackle. I get the feeling a lot of these people were trying to imitate Nick Fuentes, but Nick actually comes off as very rational and disarming in debates, not always. But not a weird chud excited to sound based. Lots to consider. Yeah, take the L, Pinesap. And here he is again. So if you want to find the debate, I shared the link on my Twitter, but it's on Rumble. It was on the Kill stream a couple years ago. I can't remember anything that happened in it. Just that he started kvetching and attacking me and apparently was real sad and down on himself for a few weeks, apparently after he took the L and embarrassed his side. Is this going to play or what? But people are watching it and saying it's good, so hopefully somebody will clip something up. I remember See Through It All doing some clips of it. Dude, why is my stuff not playing? What do we have to do here? Hold on. Let's see if this works. Here's your Catholic fascist. This should be blasphemy. This is blasphemy to me. I think some of these guys need Jesus to pray the gay away. I think that's the case with a lot of these guys. I just saw a comment 1 minute ago from Keta. She says, this guy's obviously a closeted homosexual.
It talks like a five, too.
Okay, all right. Settle down.